It has been an agonizing 22 days for the Guthrie family. Every new piece of evidence hopefully brings them one step closer to answers, though we know those answers might not be easy to hear. Nancy Guthrie's home in Tucson, Arizona, was supposed to be her sanctuary. Instead, it has become the epicenter of a chilling mystery that has captivated the nation. Tonight, at Royal Time of Hollywood, we dive into the evidence recovered from the scene. Evidence that confirms our darkest fears. Nancy didn't just wander off. She was targeted. The silent witness. The Google Nest footage. For weeks, the disappearance of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie seemed to be growing cold. However, the FBI recently made a major breakthrough. Despite initial reports that no video existed, forensic teams recovered data from a motion-activated Google Nest camera at Nancy's front door. The footage is haunting. Just before 2 a.m. on February 1st, a figure in dark clothing and a ski mask approached the residence. Carrying what appeared to be a firearm, the intruder reached up to disable the camera. Investigators noted a tiny but crucial detail. Beneath his gloves, the suspect wore a distinctive ring on his pinky finger. This footage represents the first concrete break in the case, proving a premeditated abduction took place. The items left behind. When investigators first entered the home, what they didn't find was just as important as what they did. Nancy's wallet, keys, and cell phone were all found inside. Nancy never left the house without these items. The most alarming discovery, however, was her prescription medication. Nancy suffered from heart issues and relied on a pacemaker. Her daily pills were not optional, they were a lifeline. Without them, she risks irregular heartbeats or sudden cardiac arrest. The fact that these medications remained on her counter confirms that she was taken against her will, leaving her in a state of extreme medical vulnerability. The evidence on the porch. While the interior of the home suggested a struggle, the exterior provided biological proof of violence. Investigators found droplets of blood on the front porch. The splatter was small but distinct, appearing near the entryway alongside torn flowers. Forensic lab results confirmed the worst. The blood belonged to Nancy Guthrie. Pathologists concluded the blood likely came from her hands or face, suggesting she may have tried to defend herself or was struck during the abduction. At 84 years old, any injury is a serious threat to her life. This evidence effectively killed any theories that Nancy had simply wandered off due to confusion. The retail trail, gloves and backpacks. Search teams expanded their perimeter and found a discarded glove 2 miles from the home. While DNA was recovered, it yielded no matches in the Cody's database, suggesting the suspect may not have a prior criminal record. Investigators are now turning to investigative genetic genealogy to build a family tree and identify the source of the DNA. Additionally, a black Ozark Trail backpack was found in the Catalina foothills. It matched the one seen on the suspect in the video. Federal agents are currently working with Walmart to trace sales records and surveillance footage, hoping to find an unmasked image of the person who purchased that specific bag. A compromised crime scene? Despite the high-tech forensic work, the investigation faces a major hurdle: the initial handling of the crime scene. Reports have emerged that the yellow police tape was removed and reapplied multiple times in the first critical hours. During these lapses, reporters and unauthorized individuals allegedly entered the property. Forensic specialists have called this grossly negligent. In a case where evidence is already limited to microscopic droplets and fibers, any contamination, a stray hair or a footprint, could create enough reasonable doubt for a defense attorney to dismantle a future court case. To regain control, authorities eventually installed a forensics tent and even searched the property's septic tank for discarded evidence. However, many experts argue that returning the home to the family while the case is still open was premature and potentially damaging to the search for justice. The final plea. Nancy Guthrie has been missing for over 3 weeks. To the world, this is a headline. To the Guthrie family, including her daughter, NBC anchor Savannah Guthrie, it is a personal tragedy playing out on a national stage. The investigation is now a race against time. Nancy is a vulnerable woman without her heart medication, and the man with the pinky ring remains at large. What do you think happened to Nancy Guthrie? Do you think the DNA from the glove will be enough to find her? Drop your theories in the comments below. If you want to stay updated on this case and others like it, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Royal Time of Hollywood. Hit the bell notification so you never miss a breaking update.